Hello, thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Sam if you're new around here, and in today's video I'm going to do a comparison between the Louis Vuitton Capucines Mini in the pink and the Mini Lady Dior also in the pink. If you are trying to decide which one you should get, hopefully my video will help you. These are bougie on a budget bags, so if you want to know where I get any of my bags from, including these two, then you need to give me a DM and a follow on Insta. My handle is Sammy Instagram. And without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to start off by doing a quick tour of the bag. So this is the LV Capucines Mini. There are progressively bigger sizes, but I believe that this is the smallest one, and it has this beautiful Tyrolean leather. Now this leather is meant to be scratch resistant, it's grained, and it's very kind of thick, so it's a very kind of durable leather. It feels very durable, it feels very hard wearing, it's very kind of hardy. You do have a flap, and let me just take that out. So the flap can be used and worn just to kind of cover the LV if you want to be a little bit on the down low, but it isn't magnetic. There's no magnetic kind of thing there, so it will just flap up. You could put it where it's supposed to be, which is meant to be tucked into here, but what I like to do is just tuck it into the back pocket. It's got a divider in the middle. There's the divider just there. It's got two compartments, the front and then the back, and then you've also got that flat pocket, and it's got a smooth cowhide lining, so it's different from the outside leather. It does have one top handle. This is in a fixed position, you cannot move it, maybe like a little bit of give, but literally these round rings, you can't detach it or move it or anything. And then the strap is quite a thick one actually. It's kind of like as wide as a guitar strap that you get on the Louis Vuittons, but it's made of the same leather, so it's grained, it's the matching pink, and then you do have the gold hooks at the end. I think this version of the Capucines Mini is the previous version. I think they released it with a slightly narrower chain and leather strap, which actually I much prefer, and I don't ever really use this strap, to be honest with you, because I just feel like it's out of keeping with the bag that's so diddy and dinky. You've got this quite thick chunky strap, so for me they don't really go. Okay, let's take a quick pit stop tour of the Mini Lady Dior. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. The leather on here is lambskin, so think about Chanel classic flaps. Beautiful soft lambskin. It's smooth, there's no graining on it like the Tyrolean leather. There is stitching on here, but it's not like the quilted ones that you get with Chanel. It's canage stitching, and it's very beautiful. So you have like the front, the sides, the back, and then on the side again. The base of the bag is actually like a smooth leather, and I actually forgot to show you there are feet on the Mini Capucines as well. So it's nice that when you do have this bag and you put it down, it's going to have a little bit of protection, like from the table or the chair or wherever it is that you're going to put it down on. It does have two handles instead of just one, and these ones do move, so there's movement in them and actually helps to get inside the bag. And then the hardware on here is champagne gold hardware, so it's a cooler toned gold, and I think it goes really well with this particular shade of pink. The inside of the bag has a flap, which is kind of similar to the Capucines, and then inside there's just a fabric lining with a back flap pocket with a leather zipper pull, and then the branding on the back. And in the Mini Lady Dior, it's just one compartment. There isn't a divider, it's just one compartment. And then if you wanted to close up and secure the bag, you just put that flap down, and then you're ready to go. And to my surprise and delight, the Mini Lady Dior comes with not one strap, but two. So the one that I'm using at the moment is this chain one. It's got the matching champagne gold hardware, and it also has a leather brake to give your shoulders a little bit of comfort when you are carrying the bag around. And then the second strap is just kind of like a plain strap, plain leather strap in the same colour as the bag, with a buckle, so it's adjustable. Okay, let's talk about things to consider. So what kind of bag person are you? Are you someone that likes to just enjoy your bags, be carefree, not worry too much about babying them? Or are you someone that doesn't mind having a really beautiful bag that's a little bit more high maintenance and that does need a little bit more watching when you do take the bags out? Because where the leathers on here are very different, the Tyrolean leather is definitely much more durable, it's meant to be scratch resistant, and you know, you could just be on the tube and you wouldn't mind someone brushing past you and you wouldn't have to worry about getting scratches on here just because the leather is grained. Versus the Dior Mini, where it is lambskin. Now lambskin is notoriously not fragile, but because it's so smooth, it is prone to scratches and maybe indentations and marking. So do you want a bag that's high maintenance or low maintenance? What kind of bag person are you? Now, even though these bags are both pink, they are very different shades of pink. Now, I'm not great with my pink colours or colours in general in describing them, but I'm going to really do my best in this video. So whenever I film with this particular Capucines Mini, it always comes across cool toned and a little bit more bluey than it is in real life. It is a baby pink, a cool toned pink. This one is more of a powder pink. It's more muted. It's actually a little bit warmer than this one, and it's more, if you're into your neutrals, this is more of a neutral pink, or as neutral as it's going to come. So there is definitely a colour difference. Let me bring them back here, probably can see it a little bit better. This is more of a cool tone pink, this is more of a warm tone, muted pink. A third thing to consider is, obviously these are both top handle bags, but you do have the option of the longer straps. So with my particular version of the LV Capucines Mini, it came with this thick kind of guitar strap. So if you like to wear this crossbody but aren't too keen on the strap, you might want to consider the Mini Lady Dior, because you have two options here. You have the chain strap, which is much more dressy, or the thin leather strap, which is adjustable. This one on the Capucines is not adjustable, but if you get the newer version of this, I still don't think that's adjustable, but at least the strap is thinner and more in keeping with the design and the dinkiness and of the bag. So the fourth thing to consider is the top handles on here. So this one has one, this one has two, but this one on here is rigid and it's static. You cannot move it. So sometimes when you're trying to access things from the back of the bag, it can be really tricky because you've got this top handle in the way. But with the Mini Lady Dior, you have two top handles, they fall down, and then you can get into the bag like much easier. You do have these rings at the top which do kind of hamper the opening, but not in a way that is really bothersome or irritating. A fifth thing to consider with these bags are the flaps. First of all, the fact that this one is lambskin, so it might be prone to scratching as you're trying to get in and out of the bag. You're not going to have as much of an issue with this one. But where this one is made from the Tyrolean thicker leather, I feel like it gets more in the way and it impedes like your access in and out of the bag. So as I said before, I just tuck this into the back flat pocket. For me personally, I just wish they hadn't bothered. It's really annoying. But if you do like to have a little bit of something covering your things, then maybe that is a good thing, but for me I find it a little bit annoying. You don't have to worry about scratching the top of the bag because this is made of the same grained scratch resistant leather. So let's just pull this up. I want to demo this because I'm lucky in that I have short nails. If you have long nails, you might end up scratching this beautifully smooth bit of lambskin. Sometimes I think you just have to accept that some things aren't going to be as pristine when you come to use them, especially light lambskin bags. Maybe you could give it a bit of a rub and the natural oils in your fingers can kind of smooth it out or fix it. But for me personally, again, I wish that this wasn't there. I think in the bigger sizes of the Lady Dior, it comes with a zip. But again, the zip is also very awkward because you have to pull the bag apart. Now, if I could, I would tuck this flap into this back zipper pocket, but it's not as wide as the piece of leather. So I think the way that I'm going to use this bag is just pack it like that with all my things kind of pushing that down, and then I can easily access everything. But that's definitely one thing to consider with the Mini Lady Dior. You're going to have to be a little bit more careful getting your things in and out of, just because this flap is made of lambskin, smooth lambskin. Okay, I think we're on to the sixth and final thing to consider, and I think actually one of the most important things to consider when you are thinking about these bags. Are you someone that likes a divider in a bag to help you organise your things? Or do you just like to go with the flow, chuck it all in, and then just get it all out in any particular order? Because this one just has one compartment. That is it. There's no dividers, there's no organisational capacity. In this one, you do have a middle divider. Let me just show you just here. So there is a middle divider. And actually, I find with this particular bag, I play a lot of Tetris, putting my things in and taking them out, and I find it very fiddly. And it wasn't until I had this bag that I realised I don't like dividers in bags. They drive me up the wall, especially not in mini bags like this. I think that this bag would be actually way more usable if it didn't have that divider, because you have to be very careful about how you place things, and then with the additional static, permanent, rigid thing of the handle, it can be very difficult to get things in and out of and also pack it. So which sort of person are you? Do you mind a divider? Do you like a divider? Does it help you organise your things? Or do you just prefer just plonking everything in the middle, in the inside, and just getting on with your day? So for me, having these kind of smaller bags, I've realised I don't like a divider. In terms of looks, they are both quite dressy, special occasion bags. I wouldn't rock down to Tesco's wearing this, not unless I was dressed like appropriately as well. I'm just in tracksuit bottoms, a top and a shirt today, so yeah, I won't be rocking either of these down Tesco's. And as I said, if you want to know where I get any of my bougie on a budget bags from, then do give me a follow and a DM on Insta. And I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye bye.